Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Monica Denais and I am a therapist and mental health coach based in Dallas, Texas, and I make videos on mental health, lifestyle, entrepreneurship, and self-care. So if you love those videos, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. In today's video, I want to chat with you how to hit the reset button mid-year, and I'm sharing 8 activities that I love to recommend and I personally do myself if you're looking to reset your year. You don't have to wait for New Year's to come along to hit the reset button. So let's get started. I highly encourage for you to grab a pen, your favorite notebook, and take some notes as I walk you through some of these activities. The first thing that you want to do for your mid-year reset is to actually schedule it. I want you to open up your planner, Google Calendar, whatever it is that you use, and schedule a time, maybe a week, to plan out doing some of these mid-year tasks. Scheduling tasks helps you think about what you want to achieve, and it keeps you on track to achieve those tasks. So I think it's highly important for you to grab your planner, your Google Calendar, whatever you use, and set aside some time. Now, ideally, I would like for you to set a week so that you have plenty of time to do all of these activities. These activities are not meant to be done in one sitting. I highly recommend not to do all these activities all at once, but giving yourself grace to do them one at a time. And that's why I say schedule a week out for your mid-year reset. The next thing that you could do for your mid-year reset that I recommend is to take some time off social media. We both know social media can be very addicting, and we can spend mindless hours scrolling on TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, and it can distract us from our mid-year reset. It can distract us from the things that we want to accomplish. Spending too much time scrolling actually increases your chances of anxiety, stress, and depression. So it might be a mindful thing to do to turn off your notifications during this mid-year reset. Maybe give yourself some time limits. You know, you don't have to completely shut off social media if that is not what supports you, but really giving yourself the time and space to reflect, to make some changes, to revisit some of these activities that we're going to do. Once we've taken the time to take some time off social media, it's the best time to revisit our goals. You know, we're not always in the same seasons that we started in the beginning of the year, and sometimes our goals no longer serve the season that we're in life. Maybe we've had a change of career, maybe we've had new demands in our life, and if we continue to put ourselves the expectations of those goals that no longer align with the life that we're living now, they won't be serving us in the best way. So I often like to tell clients to revisit their goals. See, is this something that you still want to accomplish? Is this something that needs just readjusting? Maybe we overestimated the amount of goals we were going to reach, and it's okay to let go of some goals that aren't serving you and that just aren't important anymore. It is okay to change your mind. Be in the mindset of allowing yourself to change your mind. So many people get stuck in not allowing themselves to change their mind. They think, I should be doing this, or I should have been doing that, or I should have been doing this, and shitting all over yourself is not going to help you and allow you to really focus on the goals that matter in this season of your life. I want you to get a clear view of where you are right now, who you are right now, and what do you need, and asking yourself, what do I need to have a successful second half of the year? And remember, you get to define what success means to you, not anybody else, not anybody else on the internet. You get to decide what is best for you. The next activity that I recommend for a mid-year reset is to celebrate your wins, whether they're big, small, even just celebrating yourself. We are so hard on ourselves, and if you are like me, then you are probably someone who has based their self-worth on how productive they are, on how much they've reached their goals, and that doesn't serve you in the long haul. I've learned the hard lesson that my self-worth is not tied to my productivity, and no matter how productive I am, if I do not work on my inner self, then nothing that I do is actually going to make me feel fulfilled. So really allowing yourself to celebrate the things that you have accomplished, not just writing it off and it's like a check mark on our list. These are important. You took the time to accomplish, to make time for these goals, and so it's important that you take time to celebrate them, to soak them in. Celebrating wins stimulates dopamine to be released in your brain, and dopamine is that feel good hormone that tells us the things that we're learning, the things that we're doing feel good. So allow yourself to celebrate your wins. If you are looking for ways to celebrate your wins, you can do some of your favorite things. Schedule time to do some of your favorite things, like going to a coffee shop, or going to your favorite bookstore, or allowing yourself to just have a day of rest, whatever that looks like for you, however you want to celebrate your wins. Even doing a dance party. Like, there is nothing that makes me feel better in this world than dancing like nobody is watching. So please give yourself some time to just really sit with your wins. Now, the next thing that you could do for your mid-year reset is declutter a space that you haven't touched or you've been avoiding. Sometimes our environment can feel scattered and things are all over the place, or we've been avoiding the closet, or we've been avoiding, doing the garage, or wherever you've been avoiding to declutter. When things feel out of order, it could make us feel like our brain as well is scattered, and bringing order and organization to our environment will actually help decrease anxiety and stress. So what I chose to do is to declutter my closet using the A-B closet method, and I actually found this idea through a stylist on TikTok. Her name is Allison. I'm gonna link everything about her below, and I just love this method because it actually, if you're looking for identifying your personal style, really wanting to buy clothes that really represent you, that make you feel good, then I highly recommend to do the A-B closet method. So like I said, I'll link all of that down below. Now, you can also choose to declutter something in your digital space. For me, it was my photos, and I actually tried this app called Gemini, and again, I'll link it down below, but Gemini allows you to see all like the similar photos that you have, all the screenshots that you took. I bet you that you have so many screenshots, so many double photos, because we're always looking for the right photo. Delete all the extra ones. So what I love about Gemini is that you can actually look at like your duplicate photos and really help organize your photo album. So that's the digital space that I chose, but you could choose any digital space like your computer or anything like that that will help you feel organized and will help you set up yourself up for success for the rest of the year. So choose a digital space or just a physical environment. Next activity that you could do for a mid-year reset is to grab a personal development book that's actually going to support the season that you're in. Revisit your goals and see what goal you may need to do more research on, or you may find a book or a podcast helpful for you to take action and be able to reach that goal. Now, for my clients, I always recommend mid-year to maybe do a boundaries book for your mid-year reset. One, because we can always work on setting more healthier boundaries, and when we set healthier boundaries, we're able to prioritize the relationships that are important. We're able to know what we tolerate, what we allow and don't allow in our life, and so I highly recommend this book by Miss Nidra Glover. What I love about this book is that she actually gives you scripts on how to set boundaries. There's so many different categories on setting healthier boundaries, from career, from work, from friends, all of that stuff, even boundaries for yourself. So I highly recommend that you pick a personal development book that's going to support for you for your season. But if you have no idea what book to get and you said, you know what, I really could work on my boundaries, then this is a book that I highly recommend. So the next thing that I recommend is to do a refresh day, and this could look like getting your nails done. You can do them yourself as well, or getting a new haircut, or allowing yourself just to take a long shower or go to a workout, whatever is going to refresh you. Even putting like a skincare mask. Like, again, this is just something that works for you, that's within your budget, and that you could feel good after and feel refreshed. Okay, the last thing that you could do for your mid-year reset is to do a mental declutter. And I'm going to give you an exercise that I personally like to use this activity with clients. It's called FAW, Frequently Asked Worries. It's similar to an FAQ, right? So when we go to a website, we go somewhere and we have frequently asked questions, usually there's an answer to those questions. So with this exercise, you are going to write down all of the worries that you often find yourself getting worried about, whether that be your business, your career, your children, like your goals, whatever it is that you frequently worry about. And I want you to try to answer those worries, something that you could go back to, like, what can you do about this worry? Is it within your control? Things like that would be on the answered portion of the FAW. So an example of this exercise would be, what if I am not successful? And we could even be more clear. What if I am not successful on YouTube? And we're going to answer those worries, right? So what do you have control in? Well, I don't have control over people subscribing, but I do have control over making videos. I do have control over feeling good and the pace that I make videos. I do have control about defining what success on YouTube means for me, you know? So again, answering those worries so that when your mind tends to go back to that worry, you can look back at your frequently asked worries and you've already answered them there. And if it keeps coming up, then you know that these are thinking errors. These are things that your brain goes to when it's feeling low and when it wants to ruminate about that specific worry. If you struggle with anxiety and worry, chances are you look at your world in ways that make it seem more threatened than it really is. For example, you may overestimate the possibility that things will turn out badly, jump immediately to worst case scenarios, or treat every anxious thought as if it were fact. You may also discredit your own ability to handle your problems. These types of thoughts are actually known as cognitive distortions, and like I said, having just a place where you could declutter all your worries, answer them, and go back to them when you need to is such a helpful tool. I highly recommend that you do this as a last thing for your mid-year reset. You're going to feel so good about really allowing yourself to be vulnerable and true to yourself about what is actually going on behind the scenes. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that the tips and activities were helpful and that you've gained some inspiration in doing your own mid-year reset. If you love reset videos, I have a whole playlist where I put all of my monthly reset routines. So I hope you guys subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up button if you love this video, and I'll see you in my next video.